talk a little bit about Missouri Patriot Paws.
So Missouri Patriot Paws is a nonprofit, and we were founded in December of 2013. And what we do is we provide veterans and first responders that have been diagnosed with PTSD or brain injuries with service dogs. What's good about this is that we primarily rescue all of our dogs and then pair them with the veteran from day one, and then work together to create a good bond with them through their training to become their service dogs.
Wonderful. Well, so talk a little bit about the process for those animals and how you go about training them for the work that they perform.
So our program is about 9 months, 6 to 9 months long. We do provide training for the Good Canine Citizenship Test, which is all basic obedience, things through AKC. And then also we follow all the standards for advanced dogs, international, service dogs international. So we do the training for the obedience and good dog, behavior. We make sure the dog is, of course, not aggressive in any way. They're calm and friendly. Kind of put them through a little bit of a test even before they begin training to make sure that they're, nice and good. And a lot of dogs too, service dogs spend a lot of time not, they don't get to run and do a lot. They spend a lot of time sitting with their handler, or they do, of course, help with opening and closing doors and maybe picking up or retrieving items for the veteran or first responder. But so we train them to do the good canine citizenship, and then we also train them during that time to have their public access. So this is what makes them as service dogs be able to go anywhere their handler goes. So they're allowed to go anywhere the public is allowed to go with them. They learn how to wait to go through the door with their handler or get in and out of the car and things of that nature. So like I said, it's about a 6 to 9 month program. What we kind of actually do is we train the veteran or first responder to train that dog. So we work together to train the dog to do these tasks with them.
And one of those animals I understand that you trained is actually Bandit, I believe. Is that right, Kelly?
Bandit was one of their trainers did help donate their time. But he is a therapy dog, so he's not a service dog, but they did donate their time. And they have with all of our dogs, both Maverick and Apache, one of their trainers has been kind enough to donate their time to help train for them to do some of the tasks that we do with our military troops. So Missouri Patriot Paws has been great, and it's a great way to introduce our military to dogs, which usually segues into, I can't believe how much Bandit or Maverick or any of our dogs, Shadow, anyone has had an impact on them, and then showing them and, giving them that information and those referrals to reach out to know how to get a service dog. So the therapy dog program with the USO Missouri has really opened up the eyes of the soldiers and just the impact the animals have on them. So it's been great to team up with Missouri Patriot Paws since they help us out so much. So I think it's having an impact all around.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about Kelly, the work that they do, that the animals do for the USO, and what that sort of looks like for people who aren't aware of what that program is.
Well, the USO Missouri was the very first USO in the nation to implement an on-site therapy dog program. It all started with this young man, I'll call him young, but Bandit is 9 years old, so he's been doing this for most of his time. We rescued him out of Springfield, Missouri, right around 14 weeks, right before he was supposed to be euthanized. And ever since that time, I have long hours at the USO, and and he would spend all day at the USO, and we'd find him cuddle up in a lap of a soldier crying. And a soldier would come back up and go, ma'am, I really needed that. I really appreciate you allowing him to sit with me. And I mean, he would find them. And we had a 18,000 square foot facility. So it's a large facility that he was wandering, and he would just have that sense of who needed help. And it started from there. And we started the training with Alliance of Therapy Dogs, and Missouri Patriot Paws trainers actually helped donate their time, because we're doing more tasks than just therapy dogs at some times. So Bandit will actually, and his brother Maverick, who's asleep over on the other couch, one of the honors that we have, it's a sad honor, he'll escort the children to the burial of their parent at Arlington Cemetery. Or even our wounded warriors at Walter Reed, we will be by their side while they're having their new legs fitted on. So if that leg slips, you have a 200-pound plus dog here to be your stability. So they'll lean on them for support. Or even on a day-to-day at Fort Leonard Wood, the children will go into the schools, and it's been really hard with this new invisible threat. So we're doing a lot of Zoom meetings with our students and stuff in this area, where kids, our military children, can work on their reading skills, because a dog's not going to judge you, and sometimes they just need to be able to read out loud and feel comfortable and know that they're loved. And we even will take Bandit into the suicide watch ward at times, just to remind soldiers of that unconditional love is sometimes all they need. So it started from just having him in the facility to expanding to traveling the nation at times. We stay primarily in Missouri, but then we do those special USO tours where we'll go out to the East Coast and visit military that have requested us. It's just been our honor that we've been able to start this program, which has led the way for many other USOs to follow in our suit, because they see the impact it has. And so I'm just glad that we had this incredible dog to help lead the way. And because of all of his work, he has been up for the Hero Dog Awards for several years in a row. He's made it to the top 3 in the country for several years in a row. So we voting will end May 7th. So we're hoping to get him in the top 3 again in the country, and then hopefully to that number 1 spot and send him out to Hollywood. We just think it would be a great send-off. He'll be retiring soon. And what a great way to thank him for his service, what he has done. There's been times where I almost need therapy after the sessions we do, from sitting on the stands when children are testifying. I can't imagine what those children go through, and to see Bandit in action and see a child pause on the stand and to watch Bandit nudge her hand from below going, it's okay, you can say it, you can do it. Just that impact. And just, we've had soldiers before that came up to us after the fact and said, ma'am, I want you to know I was going to take my life. But Bandit came up to me in the hallway and nudged me, and I could see it in his eyes. And I didn't think anyone was around at the time. And he found me in the hallway, and, he changed my life. So hopefully this is impacting the military, potentially saving lives. So we really appreciate it. And, we're hoping people are getting out there voting each and every day for Bandit. We have multiple links to go vote for him.
So where can they find those links? Because I'm sure there are some people out there that want to make sure to vote for Bandit.
You can find the links on our website, usomissouri.org, or you can also go to his Facebook page, which is Bandits Brigade, The Legacy Continues, and we have a link pinned to the top of his page as well. So this year, Facebook has made it very easy to vote. So you can just click on it and it will generate your information every day. So you don't have to sit there and type in everything every day. I'm glad they have done that. Or you can even go to our USO Missouri Facebook page. So we're trying to put it out there everywhere for people to see.
Okay. Well, I wish Bandit the best of luck. I want to shift back over to Sandra real quick. So Sandra, talk a little bit, if you will. And I'm going to try to show some pictures here, if I can get my technology properly, that you sent me of Missouri Patriot Action. But talk a little bit about the role of service and therapy animals and how they are helping people right now during this pandemic. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so my husband actually went through the program a few years ago, which is how I got involved with service dogs. So he has a service dog here in the house with us. And especially even seeing with him with having PTSD and a brain injury, it has been, so my husband's on the far right of that picture if you're seeing it. But it's, you know, like she was saying with the therapy dogs, they learn their handlers' emotions, and, you know, they just come up to them. They're there for them to interfere with some of that PTSD, anxiety, and stress and depression. Our service dog certainly saved my husband's life as well. And we hear that from a lot of our veterans that we pair their dogs with them. So a lot of these guys too, their dog is all that they have in their home with them. They may not have a spouse or children or, you know, anybody in the house with them. So these dogs are alerting to their behaviors, you know, their disabilities that they need help with in the home, especially during a time like this when they're home, you know, for long periods of time and can't get out. Then that dog is there for them emotionally, and they provide that comfort. The good thing about therapy dogs is that they're out helping others. That's kind of how we teach is, you know, they're helping others. Service dogs are staying at home or going out with their handlers, but are helping an individual that's with them all the time as well. So it's, you know, it just is really amazing the bond that they create and how they interact with one another. And like she was saying, you know, how Bandit goes up to people that, you know, you or I wouldn't have any idea that that person may be suffering. And he goes up to him and he's there for him. And service dogs are the same way in a lot of ways, where they can sense that emotion and they're going to go up to their handler and they're going to, you know, provide whatever assistance they need. So sometimes that's interfering with a bad response to anxiety. Maybe they self-harm or something of that nature, things that we don't really like to talk about. But, you know, they stop that behavior and they make the person feel better, and they're able to prevent suicide and self-harm and other things that they're going through.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You know, I just want to touch a couple of comments. There's a fan of Bandits that is commenting. I'm sure Bandit has a lot of fans. Loretta says, love Bandit. He has helped me just by his cuddles. You know, so I wanted to send that along. And ladies, is there anything else you'd like to add before we switch gears a little bit? Up next, we have an amazing, and I hope you can watch, definitely a different topic, but a doggy fashion show. Incredible. I've seen this fashion show before. The designers are amazing. They could probably even outfit Bandit in a costume. That's coming up next. But anything, final words that you'd like to add? And we certainly appreciate you being on the show.
You know, I just appreciate you giving us the time to come on. The USO Missouri really appreciates it. We hope everyone is hanging tight. We love everyone. And hi to Loretta. She is actually stationed in Japan right now. So I don't know. She is one of the soldiers that met. If it's Loretta Stryker, she is in Japan right now. So thank you for setting your alarm and waking up to see this. So we just appreciate everything you're doing to get the word out there. And I'll lead it off to Sandra.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having us. We love sharing the stories of our veterans and first responders and their service dogs. It's just a blessing, and these dogs just do amazing things for people. It's so incredible. You can find us. It's mopatriotpaws.org. We are on Facebook as well to see. We like to post training videos and show things that the guys are doing. It's big accomplishments for the guys, not just to say that they need a service dog and get one, but also make it through the 9-month program. So we love to share all that on there as well. And we just appreciate all of you and all that you're doing.
Well, thank you so much.